Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today we're going to take a look at the second hero that we were reviewing from the original core box.
First one was Black Panther. This one's Captain America. Oh, no, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yes. It also says it right here.
That would mean I would actually have to be paying attention to something I'm talking about.
Yes, that would be a first time for everything.
Anybody who's met me knows better than that.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to go over Captain Marvel's hero kit and then some cards that we think are good for her. And I guess I kind of went a little hog wild on some of these cards.
Yeah, Dave went a little overboard.
Well, Dirk left me alone for a while to grab cards, so I'm going to blame him. All right.
Yeah, I pulled like maybe 15 of these cards.
All right. All right. So, anyways, let's look at what Captain Marvel first of all.
Okay, so Captain Marvel. So what we're looking at here is these are actually
And
some.
this is a promo that we got.
Yeah, these are promos that we got. Let's see. I think this is an official one.
That's
right?
from
Yeah, this is from one of the play kits.
Gen Con. Yeah.
And then the other one we got from
Content creator.
Content creator, yeah.
All right. So first of all, we got Carol Danvers.
So Carol Danvers. So she is hand size of 6. She's got 12 hit points. She is a shield soldier. She has a recovery of 4, but as an action, she has one called Commander that allows her to choose a player to draw a card, limit once per round. So she can do it while she is in alter ego.
Okay. Which is card draw. Dirk hates card draw.
Yeah, no, card draw is just horrible.
All right. Then we got Captain Marvel. So hand size 5, 12 hit points too. She's a 2/2/1. And then she's got an action rechannel where you can spend an energy resource and heal 1 damage from Captain Marvel and draw a card. So she still gets a card draw and she can get a heal in hero form, which is really good.
Yeah, and neither one of those require you to exhaust or anything. So she gets the card draw in alter ego if she wants, or she can give it to somebody else and then comes up and she can do another one and heal one. So that's actually probably one of my favorite aspects about her. She's got built-in 2 card draw, potentially. All right, so the first card we've got here, signature ally, is Spider-Woman, who's a 3-cost ally. She is an Avenger spy. She has a thwart of 2, an attack of 2, and 2 hit points. And as a response, after she enters play, you can confuse the villain.
Yep. Oops. Then she's got 3 copies of Crisis Interdiction. It costs 2. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Then, if you have the aerial trait, remove 2 threat from a different scheme. And you'll see how she's got some built-in aerial. There's 3 copies of that.
Well, now I guess we'll mention it later whenever we get to it. All right, so she's got 3 copies of Photonic Blast. So this is a 3-cost event. It's an attack superpower. But as a hero action, you can deal 5 damage to an enemy. And if you paid for this using an energy resource, you get to draw a card. More card draw. Ooh, what's such a bad thing?
And then she's got 2 copies of Energy Absorption, which provides 3 energy. And energy is very important to her.
Yeah, and unlike Hulk, she's not doing it to compensate for a small hand size. All right, then we've got the Alpha Flight Station. So this is a 1-cost support. It is a shield location. And as an action, you can exhaust the Alpha Flight Station, choose and discard a card from your hand, and draw a new card. And if you are in alter ego form, you draw 2 cards instead.
Okay, then we got Captain Marvel's helmet.
The Mohawk. I love this helmet.
2-cost upgrade. Armor Tech. Captain Marvel gets +1 defense, +2 defense if you have the aerial trait. And she starts off with just only 1 defense.
Yep.
And now we keep hearing about aerial.
So we've got Cosmic Flight. So this is a superpower. So this is how she gains the aerial trait. You've got 2 copies of this. It's a 2-cost upgrade. It is a superpower. And as a defense action, when she would take any amount of damage, you can discard this to prevent 3 of that damage. However, honestly, unless I've got both of them out, I'm probably not going to actually do that because I'm probably keeping it for the aerial.
Right.
Because I like to build decks around that trait.
Which makes the thwart more powerful and also gives her an extra +1 defense too.
Yes.
All right. Then this is a key card in her kit. Energy Channel. There's 2 copies. Max 1 per player. Spend X energy resources and put X energy resources counted here. Then, as a hero action, as an attack, You discard energy channel and deal 2 damage to an enemy to a maximum of 10 for each energy counters here. So if you got some leftover energy in your hand, you could slowly build this up, and then when you've got 5 counters on there,
unleash the fury.
You can do 10 points of damage, which is nice.
And unfortunately there is maximum per player, so you can't put them both out and fill them up.
Okay.
All right, so going with her obligation here, the family emergency. So you give this to the Carol Danvers players, and she can flip over to Alter Ego. This is the original style. And then she can exhaust it to remove it from the game, or if not, if you're then you're instead stunned, and this card gains Surge to discard it.
All right. Her nemesis minion is Yanrog. He's Schema 2, 3 attack, 5 hit points. He's an elite Kree. And after Yanrog attacks, place 1 threat on the Psycho Megatron.
All right, and the Magnetron here is it's a side scheme. It comes in with 3 on it, and when revealed, you place an additional 1 threat per player here. So this is before they updated the keywords. It has a hazard symbol on it. So,
okay. Then we have 2 copies of Kree Manipulator. It's Surge, and then when revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme, and as a boost, if the villain is making an undefended attack, place 1 threat on the main scheme.
Okay. And then the last card we've got here is Yanrog's Treason, so it's a treachery card. When revealed, you discard each energy resource from your hand, which in her case, that's going to hurt a lot, and you'll kind of see why. She's got a lot of resources, but, she also likes energy a lot, so we tend to build it with a little extra there. So this really hurts. But if you discarded no cards this way, then this card gains Surge. So it's going to hit you with something either way. But
okay, so we got some different categories, aspects, and some other ones. So first is just sort of a generic that's useful for any aspect that we're doing. So I got these promos. That's the art for the energy.
All right, just put the next one on top of it. I'll grab them all.
Then that's the genius. And that's the strength.
Yeah, because these came out for her and for Spider-Man, I think, were the only ones that have official
that have
alternate.
Yeah, I mean, they had print and play for a lot of them, but this is well,
the print and plays were also community created. They were not.
No. There are official ones, but
are there? Oh, okay.
But at Gen Con one year, they were giving away the Captain Marvel and the Spider-Man ones.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then she likes energy, so this is sort of an energy thing. Enhanced reflexes, which uses 3 energy counters. It costs 2, and you can exhaust it to remove 1 energy to generate an energy resource.
In the early days of the game, we used these enhanced cards a lot more, but she's probably one of the few characters that we still use it for her. So, because she likes the energy so much. Her and Hulk. I mean, I'll tend to use one for Hulk, too, for the physical one.
Oh, we didn't grab the Queen Carrier, I guess.
Okay. The Queen Carrier, I thought we did grab it. It's in there somewhere.
Oh, it's in here. Okay. All right. So, one of my favorite decks still is actually a Captain Marvel deck, and it is all about Yondu and Agent 13.
And Dave's been playing some sort of iteration of this one probably longer than I've been playing the Maria Recursion. So if you were used to it, because I think you came up with this first, actually.
No, it would have been whenever Agent 13 first came out, probably. But
no, you were playing a variant of it before she came out.
Well, Yondu, I guess.
Yeah.
So that would have been, but I think you did Maria pretty much since the base game, I thought. So yeah, so one of the there's 2 key characters to this deck, 2 allies. So Agent 13 is one of them. So she costs 4. 2 thwart, 1 attack, 4 hit points, shield, spy. After Agent 13 attacks or thwarts, choose a shield support and ready that support. Now, anyone, who has Agent 13 in a deck could choose the Helicarrier, so you could ready the Helicarrier.
Yeah, or, I mean, any shield support would work, but in particular, Carol.
So like Maria could do that with, we use her for Maria for those, for the new Helicarriers.
Yeah.
But for Agent 13, for Captain Marvel, it's this card. Alpha Flight Station, which we talked about before. But so you could draw 2 cards if you're in Alter Ego, or draw 1 card if you're in Hero. Well, so you have to discard a card first, and then you either replace it if you're Hero, but if you're in Alter Ego, you get to replace it with 2 cards.
Yeah, so if you do this when you're in Alter Ego, yes, you're discarding 2 cards, but you're getting 4 cards out of it. So you are actually gaining a little bit.
So what I'm doing is I'm using
With that.
Agent 13 a lot to thwart in the beginning of the game. And then the second ally, you'll see here in a second. And then at some point, I switch to that ally to deal a bunch of damage and finish the villain.
Yeah, because that's kind of, I think that's kind of the crux of it is he's trying to get to this.
So yeah, so this is a Yondu Voltron, which we'll go get into those cards in a second. He costs 4, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. He's a guardian, and Yondu's attacks gain ranged. Okay.
Okay.
And then some other cards I throw in the deck just to help with the card draw cycling is Nick Fury, costs 4, 2, 2, 3 hit points, Shield Spy, and you could choose draw 3 cards. But he also can remove 2 threat or do 4 damage. Nick Fury Senior, 2, 2, 3. He only draws you 2 cards, but you could actually remove 3 threat.
Yeah, Dave actually just pointed that out to me earlier today. I was like, wait a minute, he removes 3 because I have never used it for that.
Yeah, he only uses a card.
I did not realize
Or
that they
you
even
can
did
give
that.
a shield character a tough status, and you are shield and alter ego.
Yes.
So, which, did I not put that? I thought
That's in there somewhere.
I thought I put it.
I don't know. You rearrange stuff. I don't know where you put it.
I don't know where I put it. Oh, yeah, I thought it was in there. Okay. And then the
Oh, it's in here.
oh yeah, okay. And to round out the disposables, of course, then we got Professor X. He thwarts for 3. After Professor X enters play, you can confuse the villain, stun a minion, or ready an X-Men. So the third option, unless you're playing with an X-Men, it's not going to be useful. But, you know, being able to confuse the villain, especially you want to go down a lot for Agent 13 to use her Alpha Flight. So,
Yep.
Then you got to keep Agent 13 alive. So first aid, that's one of the ways to do it.
Also, if you ever turn up having to use Yondu for his thwart, whenever he's out, you can use these on him as well because he doesn't take consequential when he attacks, but he does if he thwarts.
Oh, these are part of the cards for that. Okay. So, what did I help us for? Oh,
So you'd be shielding both.
yeah. So then another one is going to be Shield and Bolt, a Shield Deputy. 0 cost upgrade. Play only if your identity has a shield trait attached to a friendly character. Gets +1 hit point and a shield. But more importantly, your shield in
we'll come to that.
your shield in
alter ego. In the hero form, yeah.
So I got a lot of expensive basics, so I put the Power of All of Us in there. So it generates 2 wild for a basic.
But could also be used for energy, which she really likes.
Yep. I got Government Liaison here. So we got a lot of shield cards. So that would help for shield. The shield cards, all the Nicks.
No, well, also for Spider-Woman, for the Alpha Flight Station.
Yeah.
All of those.
Yeah. She's an Avenger, so Quinn Care just generate a wild, but in worst case, you could use it to put a point on your energy channel, but also just team building for Avengers / Shield. So we just more.
Yeah, you would have to have the Shield Deputy to be able to utilize this since it's hero action. You can't use the team building and alter ego. Mm-hmm. But if you put the Shield Deputy on, then you can actually use it for Shield cards as well.
All right, and I guess I should have this in the generic section, but Depth Focus, she's got a lot of superpowers. So that's going to be no matter what aspect you play.
Yeah, I think I counted. She has 5 of them that I think have a cost attached to them, and then a couple of them that are free. But okay. Yeah, it's enough that I would put one in.
Okay, I did not put that in. Okay, another important card in the deck, but not as important as Dirk would normally give it, is Maria Hill.
Yeah, it is not the focus of this deck like it is in mine.
But she's there to get the card draw for everybody because you want to go through your deck as fast as you can, especially to get all the Yondu upgrades. And then she's also good for a cheap blocker. So I do have a little recursion, but that's not the main focus of this deck. So Maria Hill, she's 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points, shield. So again, the Government Liaison or team building eventually could help. After she enters place, everybody draws a card.
What's the what's the shield support that does damage whenever you play shield?
Oh, Sky Destroyer.
Sky Destroyer actually might not be a bad addition to this because I've noticed there's quite a few shield in here. So
yeah, I don't think I have that in here.
Well, it wasn't out whenever last time you played this.
So make the call. pay the printed cost of an ally in a player's discard pile, put that ally into play under your control. Now, Dirk would always do this for Maria. I would, my first priority is Agent 13. If Agent 13 out, or if Yondu, for somehow got milled. So those are top priority. Maria then is a third choice for that. So you want ways, especially for Agent 13, you want ways to activate her multiple times. So we get a few cards for that. So one is Get Ready.
So this is the old classic. It's a 0-cost event that allows you to ready any ally in play. But
what did I? No, I have it.
the more modern version, and the one that I think I've kind of started switching over to, is the command team here. So this is a 2-cost support. It is a shield support, but it comes in with 3 command counters. You can exhaust it and remove a counter from it, and then ready an ally. And if you have 3 of these out into play, you can do that 3 times in a turn. But what I like about this, the reason I kind of like this one over the Make the Call anymore, is that they stay out, so you get a few activations out of them. And I'll tend to do like 3 of these and maybe 1 of the Make the Calls, or get ready. It's not Make the Call.
Okay. Another card to help get Agent 13 or Yondu out is Call for Backup. Each player may search their deck and discard pile for an ally and put it into play. It comes in with 3 threat per player, and it costs 1. Another one is Inspiring Presence. Since you are an Avenger, you could heal 1 damage from an ally and ready it. So there is that.
Yeah. All
right. Then we've got the Yondu package here, which is any Voltron package.
Oh, that's why I never use this one. I'm like, why wouldn't I use this one? It's because it heals.
Yeah.
So it does not work in my decks.
Yeah. So we got Laser Blaster here, a 1-cost upgrade attached to a Guardian. So this obviously goes to Yondu. And then attached ally gets +1 attack and attacks gain overkill. Now I put 2 copies of this in the deck, Inspired, which gives +1 thwart, +1 attack. So 1 for Yondu and 1 for Agent 13. I put 2 copies of this card in the deck, Reinforced Suit. So each ally gets +2 hit points.
No, not each ally, the attached ally.
The attached ally, sorry, yeah. This is sort of an emergency if something happens or they get discarded, or for Maria. But I usually only put 1 in the deck. It's an emergency. 2 cost, max 1 per player. After an ally you control is defeated, discard Rapid Response, put that ally into play from your discard pile and deal 1 damage. So like if Agent 13 is not getting healed fast enough, it's nice. I could block with her and then she comes back with only 1 damage. So
yeah, and what I like about this one in particular is that it doesn't matter how the ally's defeated, whether it's consequential or an attack or what. They just have to be defeated. So
okay. Then we got Sidearm here, cost 1. Attached to an ally. The attached ally gets +1 attack and gains range. Now Yondu already has range, but this is just to give him another +1 attack. And then since I am an Avenger, I put Honorary Avenger on Yondu, and now he gets +1 hit point and he counts as an Avenger, which allows him to be qualified for these next 2 cards. We got Power Glove, which costs 1, and then after the attached ally attacks or thwarts, deal 1 damage to an enemy. And the final one for Yondu is Sky Cycle, 1 cost upgrade, attached to an Avenger ally. Attached ally gains aerial, but more importantly, ready. So when it's all said and done, I think he's like an 8 or something, and activating twice, something like
or
that.
more. No, I've seen you activate him like 4 times.
Well, just by himself.
Oh yeah, by himself. Yeah.
The command teams will trigger it multiple times.
Yeah. So yeah, I've seen Dave come out, and I mean, we flip a villain, in a 3 or 4 player game, and just wipe the villain off the board on that final round the minute he comes up, just with Yondu alone.
Yeah. So that Agent 13 Yondu deck, it takes a bit to set up.
It does. Yeah.
Agent 13 is really good to keep the thwart under control and cycling through the deck. So like I might be an alter ego, but I can usually offset any threat that I'm adding on the villain's turn by staying in alter ego, because Agent 13 can, just activating her a couple times.
I got an idea. How about this? Let's do this. Let's whenever we were talking about playing another game tonight, maybe after we record this, and let's do one with 2 leadership decks. I'll do my an old Maria Recursion one, and you do your Yondu one. So I'll take Maria in that one, but
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, we're gonna do that. We'll record that. We'll put that one up on the channel later. That ought to be fun.
All right.
You get to see both the decks in action.
That's commitment time there. I guess.
Yep.
All right. All right. So that was my deck. Now we'll take turns talking about the cards. So we're going to go to aggression. So we got quite a few cards, like I said, probably too many. A couple things before we start.
Dave went overboard.
She is an Avenger, so you could put any Avenger related cards. See our Avenger video for the complete list, but I got some in here.
She also
aerial,
and
so,
she can maintain it. So.
Right. So any of those from our Angel video would be good.
Yes.
And then she likes energy cards for the energy channel. So I didn't put every energy card in here, but I put a lot.
Yeah, because if you'll notice, if you look at the cards that we have pulled, a lot of them have energy on them. And that was kind of one of the determining factors I did whenever I was pulling cards, is I wanted to try to pull stuff that I thought worked with her that also had energy, because I was kind of specifically looking at energy, although everything I pulled didn't have energy, but most of them do.
Okay. So he's going to take turns, but I'm going to do the first card.
Because he loves this card.
Yeah. So we got Boom Boom. She's the 3. She costs 3, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. You can exhaust Boom Boom, add 1 boom counter to her. Then you may discard Boom Boom and deal 1 damage to each enemy for each boom counter on her. And she is an energy. So
how many times did you say boom?
8. Then we got Bug.
All right, the next one we've got here is Bug. So Bug is a 2-cost ally. He is a guardian. Yeah, he thwarts for 1, attacks for 1, has 2 hit points. But after your hero makes a basic attack, you can heal 1 damage from Bug. So he's the kind that whenever you're playing him, you're going to want to make sure that you use him, and then you'll turn around and do a basic attack afterwards, so you can heal him and keep him around.
Right, and then this card's really good to add to Bug. Energy Spear.
Yeah, because he is a guardian.
Yeah. Attached ally gets plus 2 attack and attacks gain piercing. And if you're playing multiplayer and I'm playing this Yondu deck, try to convince them to put an Energy Spear in for Yondu, then he's even more powerful.
Oh, yeah. All right, next here we've got Captain America. Now, Captain America's a little expensive. He costs 4, but he thwarts for 2, he attacks for 2, and he's got 3 hit points, but he is a shield soldier. And he's got toughness, but after Captain America enters play, you ready a shield character. Now with him, one of the things, we mentioned this card briefly earlier, but the shield deputy, this is one that if I'm using the Captain America ally, even though he's not energy, I would actually put this shield deputy on myself so that he would ready me whenever he comes out.
Yeah, so you have to be alter ego to play it.
Yes.
But then, yeah, once it's on, now you're shield in player. And then, of course, if Captain America then you actually can use team building to get 1 cheaper for Captain America.
Yep.
All right. And then Hulk, I mean, he's good for any Avenger, but he costs 2.
He's good for any body, period.
5 hit points, but he is an energy, so you could use him for your energy channel. After Hulk attacks, you discard the top card of your deck and deal 2 damage to an enemy. The strength, energy, deal 1 damage to everybody, which you're probably going to get in a Captain Marvel deck. Mental, discard Hulk. Wild, all of the above.
Oh, 2. Oh, it is each character. I was like, is it each other character? So yeah, Hulk will actually take.
Yeah, Hulk takes it.
2 in that, because he takes 1 from his consequential and the 1 from the energy.
Okay.
All right, next year we've got Richter. Richter is the 3-cost X-Force ally. He thwarts for 1, he attacks for 2, and he has 3 hit points. But as a response, after he attacks, you discard cards from the top of your deck, and you deal 1 damage to each minion engaged with you for each resource on the discarded card. Right. So if you've got that energy channel, that could be 3 that you're doing to each minion.
Yep. All right. Then we got Spider-Girl, 2-cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 2 hit points. She's an Avenger. After you play Spider-Girl, you can stun and confuse a minion, and of course she provides an energy.
I just thought of a combination I had done before. Have Richter and Atlas Bear in the same deck, just so that you can see what Richter's going to have. So you can tell whether it's worth his taking the consequential.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next we've got Sunfire. So Sunfire, we love him. He is one of our favorite aggression allies, but on top of that, he also provides energy if you absolutely needed to. But he's a 2-cost ally. He's an X-Men. He thwarts for 1, attacks for 2, and has 2 hit points. But the great thing about him is after you play him from your hand, you can spend an energy resource and you can discard an attachment with the text hero action or hero response on it. And that's great to get rid of the really some of the really mean attachments that the villains can get. Or, I mean, some of the minions as well, but the villains tend to get the really nasty ones. So, I mean, dual action here. He provides an energy, so if you don't need him for that, you could use the energy for him. But also, she's got a lot of energy, so it's easy to actually trigger him when you need to.
His power, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then we got Thor, the Odin Son version. He costs 3, 1 thwart, 3 attack, 3 hit points, Asgard Avenger, toughness. When Thor attacks a minion engaged with a player, you could spend an energy resource and resolve the attack against each minion that's engaged with that player.
Yeah, and I did notice whenever we were pulling these that the Asgard allies in aggression are all provide energy.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I hadn't really paid attention to that before, but I noticed it today. Speaking of, the next one we got here is Throg. So he is a 2-cost Asgardian ally. He has 2 hit points. He thwarts for 1, attacks for 2. But after he enters play, you give him a tough status card if you're engaged with the minion. So he actually works better if you do have a minion.
Then we got Valkyrie here. She costs 3, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points, Asgard Avenger. After Valkyrie enters play, deal 2 damage to a minion, 3 damage instead if you paid for this card using an energy resource.
Then we've got Wasp. So Wasp is 0 cost. She's an aerial Avenger. So aerial, you could actually use the team building if you've got that out.
It's cost 0, so you don't need to.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
But it's her interrupt that's important.
Her interrupt is important. So she thwarts for 1, attacks for 3, but she gets +1 hit point for each PIM counter on her. And that's the interrupt Dave's talking about, is whenever you play her, you can place a PIM counter on her for each energy resource you overpaid for her. So normally I don't think you can intentionally overpay, but on Wasp and Ant-Man you can. And she gets the PIM counters if you're using energy. So it's a really good one, and you've got a lot of energy in the deck. So you can do a maximum of 3.
Yeah, she provides a mental, so that doesn't help you as much, but the fact that it's easy to put PIM counters on it. All right, then we got Bring It.
Bring it!
Costs 0, max 1 per phase, draw a card for each minion engaged with you, and it provides an energy.
Next, we've got You'll Pay for That. It's a 1-cost thwart event, but after the villain attacks you, remove a threat from the scheme for each damage you took from the attack, up to a maximum of 3. Again, energy. 5? Oh, you're right, 5.
And yeah, with energy. And then, like Dirk mentioned earlier, it's easier for her to get aerial with a cosmic flight. So she qualifies for aerial cards, but I put this in because it's an energy as well. So 2-cost event, aerial tactic, exhaust an aerial character you control and choose a player, deal 3 damage to the villain, and each minion engage with that player. So you could exhaust yourself, or if you decided to put other aerial characters in, like Wasp, say, for example, then you can do that to do some damage.
Yeah, now this card is really great with Hone Technique, although I'm not sure I would play a Hone Technique with her. Just because she provides so much energy that
I don't know if I
the mental that you need for the Hone Technique,
no, I didn't.
You don't get as many. So I probably wouldn't do it with her.
Well, I mean, I might, but I didn't include it in.
Yeah, it would depend on how I built it, but
Dive Bomb. This is just a critical card because she's on the art. 4-cost event, aerial attack. Play only via aerial. Deal 7 damage to enemy. Deal 1 damage to each other enemy. And then if you Hone Technique this, then it'll be 11-5.
So Get Over Here is a 0-cost attack event, but what is it?
Deal 1 damage.
Yeah, deal 1 damage to a minion, and if you have the aerial trait, then you engage that minion.
Yeah, so she doesn't give you don't get any advantage for engaging the minion, although the other player might appreciate getting the minion off them.
Yeah, and it does provide energy as well. So
yeah,
even if there's no minions, you can still utilize that.
All right, then we got Into the Fray, costs 3. It's an attack, deals 6 damage to a minion. For each point of excess of damage dealt this way, remove 1 threat from the main scheme, and it provides an energy.
All right, then we've got the Moment of Triumph. So this is a 0 cost, but as a hero response, after you attack and defeat an enemy, you can heal 1 damage for each point of excess damage that was dealt. And what's great is if you can actually time that, or if you can pair that up with Overkill.
And she's on the arc, so you have to pay.
Yeah.
But since you want to deal with minions, this has got twofold now. If you're playing a minion, you want to play an anti-minion deck. You got Spoiling for a Fight, 0 cost event. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engage with you, ready your hero, and of course it provides energy as well.
All right, so here we've got the Bambino. So this is a tech weapon. You attach it to a shield character. So you could attach this to yourself. You could attach it to Agent 13. You could attach it to Maria if she comes out. But this one is, while the attached identity, while attached to an identity, this card gains restricted. So if you do play it on yourself, you do have to keep track of that. But as an interrupt, whenever the attached character makes a basic attack, you can remove an ammo counter from it. It does come in with, 3, I think?
Yeah.
3? Yeah, 3. Comes in with 3 on there. But you can remove 1 to deal 3 damage to an enemy, and the attack gains overkill. I'm sorry, it's an additional 3. Yeah.
Okay. Then we got Battle Fury. It's a 1 cost upgrade. It's a condition. Play under any player's control, maximum per player. After your hero attacks and defeats a minion, deal 1 damage to your hero and discard Battle Fury to ready your hero.
All right, then we've got Fluid Motion. So this is a 1 cost upgrade. It's a skill, hero response. After you play an attack event, you can exhaust this card and your hero gets +1 attack until the end of the phase. So yeah, and she gets multiple readies, so that's good.
All right. Then we got Lie in Wait. It's a 1 cost upgrade. It's a preparation card, maximum per player. And after a hero response, after a minion engages you, discard a Lie in Wait, deal 3 damage to that minion. And it provides energy, of course.
Yep. And one of the newest cards, not necessarily, and Bambino's came out same time, but Man on the Wall. So this one does require the soldier trait, but you do have that in both hero and alter ego. And like a lot of characters only get it in one, she has it in both. But it's a 1 cost upgrade that requires soldier. But as a hero action, you can exhaust this to reduce the cost of the next card you play this turn for 1 by each minion engaged with you. So this one, of course, if you're trying to pull the minions, this is a great one because then you get to reduce the cost of your next card played.
Yeah. So the main theme of this aggression deck would be a minion heavy deck.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for aggression. Now we're going to move to justice. So we got Quasar here. He costs 3, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. Aerial Guardian response. After Quasar enters play, remove 1 threat from each scheme in play, and of course
he's the one you can use the team building on.
Right, and he provides an energy.
Yes. Then we've got Quake. So I love Quake. I always liked playing her in Justice decks, but she's a 2 cost ally. She is Avenger and Shield. She thwarts for 1, attacks for 2, has 2 hit points. But after a minion schemes, you can exhaust her to deal 2 damage to that minion. So I actually like to play her and keep her out and try to keep her alive. I don't use her for her attack or scheme normally, so that I can actually utilize her, because especially in this deck, you're going to be going down quite a bit. So you're going to get schemed on. So she can help you to get rid of minions.
All right, and then this is a staple in at least my Justice decks. I don't know about Dirk. Jessica Jones here.
I don't use her as much as I used to.
I love her, especially when there's a lot of side schemes.
Yeah.
She costs 3, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. She's a defender. Jessica Jones gets +1 thwart for each side scheme in play. And there are times where you can end up with like 4 or 5 side schemes. So yeah,
we have definitely seen it. We have seen her into the double digits, I think.
Yeah.
In 1 or 2 games.
And that's even something where having a first aid to keep her around if it's
that's worth it.
If it's a side scheme heavy deck.
There was a game we did, I can't remember whether we had healing that was focused, a couple of us had healing for another character, and we turned up using it all on her to keep her around.
Yeah.
All right, so here next we've got Even the Odds. So this is a 2 cost thwart event. It does require energy, so I don't know, you might be struggling to pay energy for this. But as a thwart action, hero action, you can remove 1 threat per player from each side scheme, and then you deal 1 damage to the villain for each side scheme that was defeated this way.
Yeah. So the higher the player count, the better that card is.
Yes.
Okay, then we got foiled. It costs 0. It's an interrupt. When a boost card is turned face up during the scheme activation, cancel its boost icons. And that would be the star and the triangles in that case, because it says icons.
Yep. Okay, for justice. So it's a classic here. It's a 2-cost thwart event. You can remove 3 threat from a scheme, and instead, if you used mental, it removes 4.
And it provides
provides the energy. So,
all right. Then we got Homeland Intervention. It costs 0. It's a shield tactic action. Exhaust up to 3 shield cards you control and choose a scheme. Remove 2 threat from that scheme for each card exhausted this way. But it provides an energy. And, if you got a lot of shield, like especially if you're going to throw in, Agent 13 and, you've got the Alpha Flight, technically, if you're a hero. But this is something you can do in Alter Ego, too. So that's actually kind of nice.
Here next, we've got Turn the Tide. So this is a 0-cost attack event. After your hero thwarts and removes the last threat from a scheme, you can deal 3 damage to an enemy.
And it provides energy.
Yep.
All right. And like we mentioned before, it's easier for her to get aerial. So Yaw and Roll, 1-cost event. Aerial thwart, play only if your identity has the aerial trait. Hero response, after your hero thwarts, remove 3 threat from a scheme. So after you played another thwart event or did a basic thwart, then you can play this card to remove 3 threat from a scheme.
And worst comes to worst, it provides energy.
Yeah.
So Field Agent is a 1-cost shield persona support. Comes in with 3 backup counters, but as a hero interrupt, whenever a shield ally would take any amount of damage, of consequential damage, you can exhaust this to prevent 1 of that damage. And so where that is really great is if you're playing Justice, then that can actually help out with the Agent 13 trick, because it keeps her around.
Yeah, so Agent 13 is probably a card I would include no matter what aspect I'm playing.
Yeah,
I don't get to use the whole Alpha Flight Station recursion, or multiple uses over and over and over and over again, like it did with that leadership deck. But you still can do it. And Field Agent, if you're playing a Justice version, would help.
Yeah. All right, here we've got Interrogation Room. So this is a 1-cost support location. Max 1 per player, but after you defeat a minion, you can exhaust this to remove 1 threat from a scheme.
Okay, and again, it provides energy. Most of these cards are energy. Then we have Chance Encounter here, attached to a side scheme. Interrupt when attached side scheme is defeated. Search your deck and discard pile for an ally and add it to your hand. So this is a great way to get Agent 13.
Yep.
And it, again, like it provides energy, of course.
So we got Counterintelligence. It's a 2-cost upgrade. It is a preparation card, max 1 per player. But as an interrupt, when any amount of threat would be placed on a scheme, you can discard this and prevent 3 of that threat.
And if you're playing the Agent 13 Alpha Flight game, you're going to be in Alter Ego a lot. So you can use that to offset the threat that would be added when the villain schemes. All right, then we got Eye in the Sky, aerial preparation. When you reveal a non-elite minion, you can exhaust an aerial character you control and discard this card to cancel the effects of the card and discard it. Then you reveal another card. So you cancel the minion, which also includes his like quick strike or whatever else you might have, because it's an interrupt, and you're not getting that annoying minion. And you get a different card instead. But it has to be non-elite though, so that's the.
But it is nice though, the fact, it does provide the energy, so it helps with the decks. But it's also an upgrade, so you can play it and leave it out there until you need it.
Yeah, Dirk saves those for the Hydra Flame Soldiers.
Yeah, I hate those guys. All right, then we've got Float Like a Butterfly. So this is a 2-cost upgrade. It's a skill. You can play it under any player's control, max 1 per player. But whenever a character you control attacks a confused minion, you can increase the amount of the damage that attack deals by 1. And of course, remember, what is it? Spider-Woman.
She confuses.
Confuses, yeah.
Yep. All right, then we got Followed here. Cost 1, attached to a side scheme, max 1 per scheme. When the attached side scheme is defeated, deal 4 damage to an enemy. And again, energy, of course.
We've got Heroic Intuition. So this is a 2-cost upgrade. Playing any player's control, max 1 per player, but your hero gets +1 thwart.
Right. And you're a 2, so that's just good for any Justice deck, but she gets the added bonus of the energy. Invisibility gear, cost 1. Item tech,
The dog sneezing.
play under any player control, max 1 per player. When an enemy would attack you and you discard it, and he schemes instead. So this gives you Nick's stealth suit ability, basically.
Okay. We've got operative skill. So this is a 2-cost upgrade. It's a skill. Comes in with 3 operative counters. And there is max 1 per player. But as an interrupt, whenever you thwart, you can remove 1 to increase that by 1. So 1 additional threat gets removed.
Okay. And then the final Justice card. Under surveillance, 2-cost upgrade, attached to the main scheme, max 1 per scheme, increase the threat value by 4.
Yeah, and
solo, this gives you 4 more turns if it's like +1 per turn. And for 2-player, like we mostly play, that gives us 2 more turns. Which
yeah,
is nice.
This one does provide energy, but I probably would not be using it for the energy.
Well, unless I can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that was Justice. So we have a few more leadership cards that are not part of my deck that I mentioned, but they're still useful.
So the first one we got here is Arrow. So Arrow is a 3-cost ally. She is aerial and Agent of Atlas. She thwarts for 1. She attacks for 1. Has 3 hit points. But you can exhaust her as a hero action and choose a player until the end of the round. Each aerial character that player has gets +1 attack. And so she's actually really good. She would actually work in that Voltron deck because those are aerial characters. Because he's aerial, right?
Aerial.
Yeah, so he's aerial in there. So
yeah, she could.
She wasn't around back then, so
right.
She wasn't really used in it, but she would actually work in it.
All right,
and she provides energy.
And yeah. All right, then we got Kalu. He costs 2, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. Avenger, Mystic. After Kalu enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event. Add that event to your hand. Shuffle your deck. He's just a staple, but he's also provides energy.
Yeah.
This is called the Greedy Maria, or Selfish Maria, I guess I should say. Selfish Maria.
So White Tiger. So she costs 3. She's an Avenger. She's got 2 hit points. Thwarts for 2. Attacks for 2. But after you play her, then you do have to play her from your hand. But then you can draw X cards to a maximum of 3, where X is equal to the villain's stage number. So this one, if you're in a standard game, then the max you're going to get is 2. If you're playing expert, you'll get 3 on the second stage.
Right. So can you imagine if it's just playing it? So like rapid response.
Oh yeah,
I
would be more.
Dirk might have a White Tiger recursion deck then.
Well, I would have a Maria White Tiger recursion deck. It would recur both of them.
All right. Then we have Teamwork. Costs 0. When you use your basic thwart power or basic attack power, you can exhaust an ally you control, add that ally's matching power to your hero's power for this use. So it provides energy. It's just this would be good for an ally heavy deck and being able to exhaust them without them taking
consequences. Oh yeah, Ally Swarm. That one works great with Ally Swarm. You got this. So this is a 1-cost event. It's a tactic. After you exhaust your hero to make a basic thwart or attack, you can discard an ally you control, add that ally's matching power to your hero's power for this use, and then ready your hero. So you do have to have an ally that you are okay getting rid of.
Right. So
you don't want to do it with your Yondu or your Agent 13, but
yeah. But if I'm doing a deck centered around this card, I didn't pull it, but Grant Ward is a great. He's great because he's a 2/2 and he costs 0.
Yeah, and if you get rid of him this way, then you don't have to suffer his negative effect. So he's one of the newer cards if you haven't seen him yet. He comes in. Pop him on the screen. Maria, right?
Yeah.
Or was it Nick?
I think it was Maria.
I think it was, yeah.
All right.
All right, here we've got All for One. So this is a 2-cost event. It's an attack. As a hero action, you can deal 3 damage to an enemy and exhaust any number of Avenger characters you control. You deal 1 additional damage for each one that you exhausted this way.
Okay. Then we got Avengers Assemble. Costs 4. Max 1 per round. Hero action. Ready each Avenger character you control until the end of the phase. Each Avenger character gets +1 thwart, +1 attack.
Yeah, now this one is expensive, but whenever you're talking about with the Yondu and Captain Marvel, they're both Avengers. Once you've got him built up, And since they can ready multiple times, you can use them several times.
Open up the side. So one card that's really great with this when you're pulling the this and you're doing like an Avenger heavy deck. So this is where I do like an all Avenger deck, Avenger Swarm. Then this is not an energy card, but it's very critical to that deck. Strength in numbers. So you exhaust any number of allies you control. Draw one card for each ally exhausted this way. So you play strength in numbers first, get your card draw, then you play Avengers Assemble to ready all. All right. Then part of the Avenger Swarm is this call for aid. Discard cards from your deck until you discard an Avenger ally and add that ally to your hand.
So lead from the front. So this is a 2-cost event. It is a tactic, but as a hero action, you can choose a player, and each character that player controls gets +1 fort and +1 attack until the end of the turn.
Again, really good for the Avenger Swarm.
Yes, the more characters you have, the better this one gets for you.
There's another good card for that deck. Mass Attack. Costs 3. Hero action. Attack. Exhaust 3. Allies you control that share a trait with your hero deal X damage to an enemy, where X is the total attack of those allies and your hero. And of course, they don't take consequences.
Yeah, that's the best part about it. So it gives them an extra turn to be out in play. And then we've got morale boost here. So this is a 1-cost event. As a hero action, you can choose a hero, and until the end of the round, that hero gets +1 to each of their stats.
Okay. And this is a good card where you're playing Ally Swarm. Ready for action. Give an ally you control a tough status card.
The sneak attack here. So this is a 1-cost event. You can choose an ally in your hand that shares a trait with your identity. You put that ally into play, and if that ally is still in play at the end of the phase, you discard it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's a way you could, it's because you got shield. You've got, especially if you put the shield deputy on. So you got shield, you got Avenger, Aerial. So you've got a lot of choices.
Yeah.
And then this innovation is a resource. After you spend this card, you get to heal 1 damage from an ally you control.
Yep. We've got Mighty Avengers here. So this is a 3-cost support. It's a team card, and you do have a maximum of 1 team card per player. You could play this under any player's control, but if each of your characters has the Avenger trait, each ally you control gets +1 fort and +1 attack.
So these cards are not part of my, well, they not part of my Yondu deck because of Agent 13, but this would be for this Ally Swarm deck. Quinjet, it's a 1-cost support. Avenger vehicle. After your turn begins, you place a time counter on it. And then as an action, you could put an Avenger ally from your hand into play with a printed cost equal to or less than the total number of counters on Quinjet, and then discard Quinjet. So you could get up to, an expensive ally. There's some that cost like 5 in leadership, 6.
Yeah.
So
then we've got team training. So this is a 2-cost support. You play under any player's control, maximum per player. But each ally you control gets +1 hit point.
Yeah, so this is good for both the Avenger Swarm and for my Yondu.
Yes,
Agent 13 deck.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what associations they have.
All right, and then the final pieces of the Avenger Swarm. So first of all, we got the Triskelion here, which is a 1-cost support. You increase your ally limit by 1.
You got the Avenger Tower, so this is a 2-cost support. It's an Avenger location, but if each of your allies has the Avenger trait, you can increase your ally limit by 1, and then as an action, you can exhaust the tower to reduce the cost of the next Avenger played by 1.
Okay, so you have 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And then you got Stinger here. She's a 1-cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. Play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. Stinger does not count against your ally limit. So now you can get up to 6, and then you've got that strength in numbers where you can discard it. 6 allies, draw 6 cards. Avengers Assemble. With a 6 cards, you should easily be able to pay Avengers Assemble to ready all those guys. And yeah, you could just have a turn where you go nuts. And then the final card for leadership, which this is good. Would have this in both my Agent 13 deck and my Avenger Swarm deck, is Mission Leader. Costs 2, 2-cost upgrade. Reduce the cost to play mission leader by 1 if your identity has a soldier, which you do. After a side scheme is defeated, exhaust it and draw a card. So this is the skilled investigator for everybody gets it. This is the Maria version of skilled investigator.
But again, like very similar to the man on the wall, you're soldier in both hero and alter ego, so you can play this regardless of what form you're in.
Right. And you get the 1 cost discount.
Yes.
All right. Then the final aspect of, I didn't pull any pool cards. So the final aspect is protection.
First one we got here is Brother Voodoo. It's 3-cost ally. He is an Avenger Mystic. He thwarts for 2, attacks for 1. He takes 2 consequential on his thwart. But he does have 3 hit points. After a response, after he enters play, you can search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event card and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck afterwards. Now, normally these cards, Brother Voodoo versus Kalu is the same, just depends on which aspect you're playing. This one, he's not quite as good because he does not provide the energy. But other than that, great.
And he's spinnier too.
Yeah, he's a little bit spinnier.
Yeah. All right. Then we got Clea. Again, she doesn't give you any energy synergy, but she's just a really useful ally for protection. 2-cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. When Clea is defeated, shuffle her into the owner's deck. So she's just amazing.
All right, then we've got Luke Cage. So he's a 4-cost ally. He does provide energy. He is a defender. He's got 5 hit points, thwarts for 1, attacks for 2. But whenever he enters play, he gets a tough status card.
Okay. Then we got Nova. Nova is really good with Captain Marvel. He costs 4, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. But when an enemy initiates an attack against you, you can spend an energy resource, deal 2 damage to that enemy. And that's the villain and minions. So because it doesn't limit to once per turn. So if you've got enough energy in your hand, you do 2 damage to the villain first before he attacks. You do 2 damage to every single Ultron drone that's attached with you.
Yeah, if they're small, if they've got few enough hit points left, then they don't even attack you at that
right.
point.
Yeah, if they have 2 or less hit points, they could die.
Yep. Then we got Polaris. So Polaris is a 3-cost ally. So after she enters play, you can give an X-Men character a tough status card. So that one's probably not going to work for you.
Well, but give it to her.
Oh yeah, you could give it to her. Yeah. But she thwarts for 1, attacks for 2, has 3 hit points. But yeah, she can give herself a tough.
I put Polaris in a lot of my protection decks.
Yeah, she does. She does also provide energy, where she's the bonus.
That's the other bonus. But yeah, if I don't have any X-Men in my deck, then I just give the toughness to her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that didn't even click to me.
All right, then we have aerial intervention. When a character would take any amount of damage from an attack, you can exhaust an aerial character you control to prevent up to 3 of that damage. And again, it provides an energy, of course. Most of these are provided energy, of course. So
yeah, you got bait and switch here. So this is a 1-cost thwart event, but the villain attacks you, and you can remove 4 threat from the main scheme.
Okay. Then we got defiance. When a boost card on an enemy attacking you would be turned face up, you could discard it instead. So that just weakens the attack, which is nice. Yep. And that also includes the star ability, which is nice.
Here we got Desperate Defense. So this is a 1-cost defense event, but whenever your hero defends against an attack, they get +2, and if they don't take any damage, you can ready them afterwards.
Okay, then we got first hit, cost 1. This has got 2-prong. So it's an attack, hero action attack, deal 2 damage to the villain. Or hero interrupt, when a minion initiates an attack, deal 2 damage to that minion. So you combine that with Nova, and you're doing 4 damage.
Yeah, and what's funny is a lot of the time, whenever cards first come out or whatever, I'll use them a little bit more, and then I stop using some of them as much. This is actually one that I have started using more lately, and I didn't really use it when it first came out.
All right.
And then we got Jump Flip here. So this is a 1-cost defense event, but whenever you would take any amount of damage, you can prevent 2 of that damage and 3 instead. If you use energy instead, you can also remove 2 threat from the main scheme.
Right. So I did that because of the energy bonus, because it doesn't provide energy on its own. Then we got Preemptive Strike, cost 1, hero interrupt. When a boost card is turned face up while the villain attacks, you can cancel all the triangle effects. You can't do the star effects though, unfortunately. But on the card, then deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled that way. And of course, it provides an energy.
Return the favor. So this is 0 cost attack event, but you discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a treachery card. You reveal it and then deal 5 damage to the villain. Provides energy.
Yeah. Then we got Riposte, 1 cost event. Hero interrupt defense. When your hero defends against an attack, it gets +2 defense for the attack, and if you take no damage, deal 3 damage to the attacking enemy.
And next we've got Subdue. So this is a 1 cost event. As a hero interrupt, whenever an enemy makes an attack, they get -3 for the attack. So instead of blocking it, this is a way that you actually just try to prevent it from occurring at all. Or the damage, at least.
And we got Sidestep. So 1 cost event. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of that damage. And if you paid for this card using an energy resource, deal 1 damage to an enemy.
Yeah, so energy bounces.
Yeah, so it doesn't do anything on its own, but you got lots of energy. And of course, you have Nerves of Steel or something that provides energy, of course.
Yep. All right, we've got True Grit. So this is a 1 cost thwart event, but after your hero defends against an enemy attack, you can remove threat from the scheme equal to your hero's thwart.
Okay. Then we got Med Team, costs 3, uses 3 counters. Action, exhaust Med Team and remove 1 medical counter to heal 2 damage from a friendly character.
The Ops room is a 2 cost support, shield support. It comes in with 3 alert counters, but whenever a friendly character would take any amount of damage while defending, you remove 1 counter from there and to prevent 1 of that damage. Otherwise, you can remove a threat from the scheme. So
no,
right?
Prevents 1 damage and
removes a threat from the scheme. Okay, sorry.
Then we got Dauntless here, 1 cost upgrade, play under any player's control. When your hero's remaining hit points is equal to or greater than your hero's starting hit points, you gain Retaliate 1.
The Armored Vest, so this is a classic. It provides an additional defense.
Yeah, now the reason I put this in here is because when she's aerial and you have the helmet, she's got a defensive 3, so this gives you a defensive 4.
Yep.
So easy candidate for doing perfect defense then. All right, we got Defensive Stance, costs 2, max 1 per player. When you would take any amount of damage, you can discard it to prevent 3 of that damage. And of course, it provides energy.
So the Electrostatic Armor comes in with, I'm sorry, it doesn't come in with it, not this one. It's a 1 cost upgrade. It's a tech armor, maximum per player under player's control. Because after you defend against an attack, you can deal 1 damage to the attacking character. So it's not quite Retaliate because you do have to defend, but it works just like Retaliate if you defend.
All right, then we got Energy Barrier, uses 3 reflection counters. When you would take any amount of damage.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking.
Remove 1 reflection counter from here, prevent 1 of that damage, and deal 1 damage to an enemy. And of course, it's energy.
Yeah, and this does not have to be the enemy that was attacking you.
Yep.
The Energy Shield is a 0 cost upgrade. You can attach it to a character, max 1 per character. But whenever the attached character would take any amount of damage, they can spend X energy to prevent X of that damage.
Right.
So with her, you've got a lot of energy, so it actually works out really well for her. She can prevent quite a bit. But if she only needs to prevent 1 or 2, then it's less expensive. So
yeah, but she's got 2 resources that have 3 printed energy on it. So
yeah.
With 1 card, you could prevent 3 damage if you need to. Okay, then we got Force Field Generator, 3 cost upgrade, tech, uses 6 energy counters. When you would take any amount of damage, remove that many energy counters from here. For each energy counter, you prevent 1 damage.
So this one is a force response, so you can't pick and choose when you do it, but it does actually absorb quite.
Now I didn't really go for the tech heavy concept when I first pulled these cards, but so if you decided to do those 2 cards or 3 cards, the last 3 cards we talked about, then repurpose would be a good card to put in our deck.
Oh, you could also, wait a minute,
she's got a tech, her helmet, I think.
What's his name? Fitz would work with her too.
If you're doing this,
if you're doing the tech thing or whatever,
if you're doing the tech,
she's shield.
Yes.
So you only have to pay 1 for it.
You get the discount because her kit only has like 1 tech card, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have Indomitable. It's a 1-cost upgrade. After your hero defends, you can discard it to ready.
We got Nerves of Steel. So this is a 2-cost upgrade under any player's control, max 1 per player, but you can exhaust it to generate an energy resource for a defense event. It does provide energy, but I'm probably playing it for the resource later.
And then the final card is Stun Gun, 2 cost upgrade. Restricted, uses 2 charge counters, exhaust a stun gun, and remove 1 or 2 counters. 1 counter stuns a minion, 2 counters stuns the villain.
Yeah, I like the versatility of this card. So,
All right, so
all right, that's everything.
yeah, pull Captain Normal. All right, yeah. So those were just a couple of card ideas.
It's just 1 or 2.
Yeah. There are still more energy cards, and obviously.
Oh, we'd be here until the middle of the night if we were trying to do all the energy
this
cards.
video is super long as is.
Yeah.
It's probably a good hour. All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see ya.